Welcome to the Prince Eats. Check out this video for a great idea for meatless pasta. Ingredients are in the description. If you enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is a very easy meatless meal idea, and if you love pasta and you want to incorporate more meatless options, this recipe is perfect for you. We're using simple ingredients for this recipe, and the primary ingredient is mushroom. We're also using quite a bit of onion. I had some shallots left in the pantry as well, so I threw those in there, but they're really not necessary. If you are a garlic lover, this is perfect for you and you can load up on garlic. Butter, parsley, and thyme. We're using cheese blend, and here I have a combination of cheddars and sharp American cheese. Heavy cream. And one of my favorite pastas is Girelle Pasta. But really, you can use any pasta for this, whether it's fettuccine, spaghetti, or any of your favorite pasta. It all works well. A little bit of olive oil is needed. Here's another optional ingredient, but a great addition, and that's dry white wine. I had some wine left over, and I figured, hey, this will elevate the sauce a little bit, so you can add it. But honestly, it's not necessary in order to achieve the flavor for this dish. Start a pot of salt water for your dry pasta. The first thing you'll do is oil your pan once it gets to medium heat. And once your pan is hot, you can toss in your onions and let them sweat out for approximately 3 to 5 minutes. Once your onions are nice and tender, you can go ahead and toss in your garlic. The garlic will have plenty time to cook and infuse with the other ingredients throughout this process. So during this first step, you only want to cook the garlic for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. If you're using the dry white wine, now's a good time to add it, and you want to reduce it by half or until that strong smell of alcohol is no longer present. When it seems that the onions have soaked up all of the alcohol, go ahead and add the butter. Next, you can go ahead and dump in your mushrooms, and depending on the kind of texture you desire, you can cook these for approximately 3 to 5 minutes, and they'll be pretty tender, or you can reduce that cook time for a much firmer mushroom. Another preference you'll need to determine is whether you want your mushrooms whole or if you want them chopped. And if you do want them chopped, just make sure to chop at it with your utensil while they're in the pan. Next is the addition of stock. We're not using a lot of salt in this dish because the stock is going to add a lot of flavor, and the stock already has salt in it, so you don't want to make this dish overly salty. You can use any stock you desire. However, if you want those beefy hints that remind you of stroganoff, go ahead and use beef stock. Pour in the heavy cream. As far as herbs are concerned, you can go ahead and dump in your thyme and your parsley. And quite honestly, I love these two herbs, and if you do as well, you can feel free to go ahead and load up on those and it won't sabotage the dish. Give it a stir and bring it to a boil. At this point in time, don't worry about the consistency of the sauce because it will thicken once we add cheese and pasta water. Go ahead and add your pasta to the boiling water and follow the instructions on the package. I like al dente pasta, and quite honestly, I like it a little bit firmer than al dente, so I'll cook this pasta for approximately 5 to 7 minutes in boiling water. Add all of your cheese to the pan and allow it to melt for approximately 1 to 2 minutes. Now that the sauce is done, we're going to transfer some of it to a clean bowl, and we're going to add that sauce to the serving pan at the end of this recipe. We're at the final stretch, and you can use this opportunity to add your spinach. Keep in mind, spinach cooks down almost to nothing, so if you feel that you've had enough spinach added already, you might want to go ahead and add a couple more fistfuls. Allow the spinach to cook for approximately 1 to 2 minutes or just until it loses its firmness. Once the pasta is cooked, you can go ahead and add it to the pan, and don't worry about draining the pasta. If there's any pasta water that's loose on that pasta, that's actually pretty good because it's going to help to thicken this sauce. Depending on the size of your dish, you can add anywhere from 1 to 2 spoonfuls of pasta water to the pan. Go ahead and add some black pepper. Turn off the heat and allow it to rest for approximately 5 to 10 minutes, and that sauce will thicken. And what you'll have left is a cheesy sauce for your meatless pasta. Dinner is served. Visit theprinceeats.com for more simple and easy meal ideas just like this one.